What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you my Big Mom showcase video, as well as an extra multi-pull on the part 3 of the Big Mom and Brook SUGOFEST banner. We've got Brook, Whitebeard and Marco, and on top of that Katakuri as featured legends. Only the one multi-pull in that hashtag spoilers, and to end that video off as well, I will also be showcasing myself buying these gems. So I actually recorded the SUGOFEST part first, and I'm doing this part afterwards, but I've reversed it in this video setup. So if you want to see the SUGOFEST pulls, just skip towards the end. I'll try and leave a timestamp somewhere around there. But we are here to see Big Mom and ask whether or not she's the best legend in the game. For me personally, she is joint with G4V2. I know I originally hyped her up to be the head and shoulders above everyone else, but I take that back. I would say G4V2 still stands strong with this Big Mom, and the reason is, with Big Mom, I would say she's a little bit risky and a little bit more complicated to play with and not as straightforward in certain contexts, and I'll explain why it's in certain contexts. Whereas with G4V2, he has more diversity, is a little bit more simple to play with, but there are also some risks to using G4V2 as well. I would say both are the king and queens of all the SUGOFEST units and the legends in the game, and they stand at the top. It really depends on your preference, but for me, I would say Big Mom edges it a little bit, and that's specifically for me because I am a lazy player, and I will demonstrate exactly why in a moment. But before we do that, let's very briefly go over the unit again. For those of you who have already seen this, feel free to skip ahead, but for those of you who don't know what she does yet, this is exactly what she does. So I've got this the wrong way around, I beg your pardon. So her captain ability will boost attack or strength, dex, quick units by 3.5 times and HP by 1.2 times, and treat Semler Orbs as beneficial. Now, Semler Orbs are the equivalent of meat orbs. However, with Semler Orbs, when you consume them, they heal you at the end of the turn as opposed to immediately, so your enemy can hit you first and then you will heal afterwards. So that is an additional risk that comes with Legend Big Mom. But to top that off, Semler Orbs cannot be shuffled away by any means possible, in the same way Rainbow Orbs cannot be shuffled in any way, shape or form. So if you have any enemies that give you meat orbs, a full board of meat orbs as a debuff, because the current Big Mom Island that we have right now, which I will use to showcase her off, does actually do that. You're basically giving yourself a full deck of the equivalent of Rainbow Orbs, which is very, very powerful. It's very powerful, and I think that's a little bit of an understatement. Now, on a 9-turn cooldown, she has a very good special. Deal 250 times typeless damage to one enemy, which is very good if you want to run her on a Hody 6+ team for speed farming, as well as a Neptune team for running into Fortnites. Depends on your playstyle. Sometimes I use Neptune, sometimes I use Hody 6+ if I'm rushing, and to top it off, you know, she's a fantastic sub for both of those, and it's very good for running that easier piece of content. She changes her own orb into strength. It would have been better if it was a meat orb or a Semler orb, but it's a strength orb, is better than nothing. When she's a captain, boost attack and orb of top row units by 2 times for 3 turns, which is very, very nice. And when she's a sub, boost her own attack and orb by 2 times for 1 turn, and her sailor ability will treat dex orbs as dex and quick orbs as beneficial for herself, and plus 350 attack to herself if she's the final hitter, which is also pretty damn good. Now, other things I want to mention is Lucy. A lot of people are comparing him, or comparing her, I should say, Thick Mom after all, to Lucy. Lucy cannot bring Psi and Int units as subs without losing the attack multiplier and make it go down to 2.75, which is a huge drawback, but Lucy alternatively can also boost everyone on the team with his special, so that's something to keep in mind. The thing with Big Mom is that you can very much easily bring 1 or 2 Psi or Int units, put them on your team at, really you're just losing 2 hitters worth of damage, which is, at the end of the day, it's not too bad considering, well, it depends on your playstyle really. So if you are not going to make Big Mom go into a Rampage mode, then you can bring a Chain Locker, which is a Psi or Int unit, or you can bring a utility unit or something like that to help top up your team. Like for example, Shirahoshi, Legend Shirahoshi is basically good on any team. Pretty much Rainbow Orbs are always good with that massive heal. You can slap her on a Legend Big Mom team and Big Mom will still give that 3.5 times attack boost flat, which will go up to a 3.75 times or a 4 times attack boost depending on what version of Big Mom you're using. So in her Semler Captain, where you have consumed a Semler Orb, the previous turn, her boost will go up to a 4 times attack for strength, dex, and quick unit, 1.2 times HP, and 15% damage reduction. But her Rampage mode, now her Rampage mode is very, very fun to play with, and I'll show you guys in a moment exactly why. So if you don't consume any Semler for 3 turns, she will go on a Rampage. You cannot control her whatsoever. The downside is you can't use her special whenever you want to. She will boost her own attack by 10 times, and all other units by 3.75 times for strength, dex, and quick, I should specify, and HP by 1.2 times. But she will attack one random enemy at the end of each turn, which is also very good. And to top that off, she goes through all defenses and barriers. Now this is a huge mechanic. She cannot also be binded and paralyzed in this mode, which isn't that as good as it sounds, because realistically, while that means there is probably going to be some content in the future, it's not going to be too common where you're going to have specifically bind and paralysis on just the captains. It's most likely going to happen to everyone on the team, but you can imagine where that's going to be very useful. Raid Boa if you mess up, for those people who have not farmed up Raid Boa. But let's go into some gameplay. Here we go. So Big Mom, I was not able to Rainbow Max her. She is Pentamax, everything else is maxed. She has only one limit break socket in her final socket, otherwise she would be Rainbow. I don't have any more of these because I use them more on G4V2. She has a 90% chance to have a 10% extra crit damage, which is very good. Now what I'm going to showcase here is why I really like Big Mom. So Big Mom, for those of you who have already seen a bit of gameplay of her in her Rampage mode, let's just showcase this level of cheese that you can do with Big Mom. It's absolutely beautiful. For a player like me who is super lazy, you can now auto farm or semi auto farm, and I absolutely love this about Big Mom. So originally I wasn't too hyped about Big Mom, but this thought never occurred to me. I believe it was Connor Todd who posted it on the OPTC subreddit, this way of playing, and I completely just did not expect this at all, that this would work in any way, shape or form or any capacity, but it works so well. You tap 3 times at the start of the quest, miss it all, put your hands up in the air, do whatever weird dance or dabs you want to do, and Big Mom will start auto farming for you. Now the downside to this is that on Fortnite or anything that has a preemptive, I believe it does bug her out, but if Bandai can fix this up, this is revolutionary. It's genuinely huge. You're basically going AFK. I'm just going to go AFK and it will finish. It's just going to finish, ladies and gentlemen. And then when I come back, it's done. And this will work on Fortnite and anything simple. And knowing Big Mom that's not even a word, but knowing that Big Mom has a ridiculous high amount of damage, you can see she's slapping these bitches for 4.2, I wish it was 4.2, for 420k damage. These are turtles with high defense. She's gonna go through and stomp pretty much everything just using 2 units. And of course you can bring additional units if you wish, but that is gonna slow things down. So that is Big Mom in a nutshell if you're a very lazy player like myself. I really like that function about her, because right now when I came back to OPTC, I did not have any evolvers. I did not have any lobsters, I did not have any seahorses, and she makes life so much easier, more tolerable, you know. Sometimes I don't want to be looking at my phone screen, I want to be looking at something else. And that was the one thing that was really draining me from OPTC. Even farming the small stuff, I actually have to pay attention, and I really don't like to do that. I like auto farming mode, but let me showcase to you guys what I mean by going through barriers is genuinely a huge thing. And it's not just barriers, it's going through defenses as well. Now I'm not sure if I can actually clear this with just the Big Mums alone. I'm pretty sure I can't, because I believe Big Mom does slap you for about 22,500 damage, something pretty crazy like that. But this Big Mom alone is very tanky with her captain ability. If you pair her up with other captains, who else is also very tanky? You can actually pair her up with G4V2. Of course, you can pair her up with Lucy as well, and all sorts of different captains as well. Because she is a driven powerhouse, you can also pair her up with Dofi V2. I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to work if people do that. But powerhouse and driven, it's a nice combination, because with the powerhouse, she can, of course, use the Zunisha ship. So let's just blast through this stuff. It's actually faster to not let her go on Rampage right here, right now. Mate, I will see you in a moment, or I'll just speed up this segment where I don't really know what to say. All I can say is, actually, I'll run this 2 times so I can showcase to you guys her damage capacity, because she can clear this with only using 1 special, which is what I'm going to show you now. She's going to use the Pedro special only, and she'll clear this. And I'm pretty sure if only I could use Big Mom's special when she's in Rampage mode, this would look a lot better. Unfortunately, you can't. She's going to auto attack here. I wonder if she can kill... Let's see, can she actually kill this Big Mom? No, she can't. That's a little bit unfortunate. It's a little bit unfortunate. Not as much damage as I would have liked to see there. If there were 2 similar orbs on that, that would have been better, but unfortunately there wasn't. There you have 21,000 damage. I did unfortunately find out the hard way that she does do like 21,000 damage. Even if you damage reduce, it's not going to really help that much. But here we go, final boss. It's Big Mom. She revives with the life or death up to 6 million HP. She does put up the damage reduction buff, and we are seeing more and more units. Even this Yonji, who used to be absolute garbage and absolutely useless, now can get rid of this debuff, or this buff I should say, on her. But what we're going to do here is we're just going to let her have that buff. We're going to cut her down by 600 HP. We're going to hit her once, and then the rest is a piece of cake, pun intended. That's 6 million plus damage, ladies and gentlemen, with 1 special. And going through the damage reduction buff to top it off. If you don't think that's disgusting or overpowered, I don't know what is, because that is disgusting and overpowered. It is worth noting, however, that Big Mom is actually boosted on this, but I will also showcase to you guys what it would look like with an additional 1.75 on top of that. For example, if you can use a 6+ Usopp and Katakuri combination, for example, you can, or actually you can use, if I'm not mistaken, you can use, actually no, it's not a good matchup to use Katakuri as a captain here, but if you use Katakuri as a sub, and you have 6+ Usopp as well, who will guarantee you that delay. Unfortunately, you can't use 6+ Usopp to showcase on this stage because of the 99 turn silence that Big Mom does hit you with at the final boss stage. With the additional 1.75 times boost, it's a crazy amount of damage, 10 million plus to Dex enemies with color affinity. Even more, if you can top it off with color affinity, you can use conditional and color affinity or damage reducing boost. Any kind of additional boost does make this Big Mom very, very, very good. Now, something that's been introduced in other games is a debuff that you apply to the enemy, which means they take extra damage. Now, I'm not sure if they'll ever introduce this to OPTC, but if they do, oh boy, will this make Big Mom really, really crazy. But I have seen this in games like Jump Ori Collection and Bleach Brave Souls, whereby it's a debuff you inflict on the enemy, and it means they'll take extra damage from certain allies on your team, whether they're strength, dex, quick, blue, green, yellow, purple. Everyone uses the same colors in that regard for every game, but I would like to see that in the game, honestly. I know damage is a bit of a meme now because most legends do well over 20 million damage to all colors. All of the most recently released ones anyway do a crap ton of damage to everyone. We do get the 2 stamina orbs here this time round, but I've realized too late, so she's gonna die anyway. So just 1 stamina orb here. I really like the fact that she cannot be shuffled away. And for those guys also wondering, like, where is the forest, where is the end game content, I will leave a top link in the description down below to Mr. Alex Kim. For those of you who have not subscribed to Mr. Alex Kim, what are you doing? Alex Kim pulls every single new legend, and he has a showcase video up against the latest Colosseum very, very soon after he pulls them, after he creates some of the best teams that you can get on One Piece Treasure Cruise. I love the guy. He's a beast. He is an absolute beast. But he has, I believe, Colosseum Neptune, Colosseum Timeskip Kid, Colosseum Kuma, 3 of the most difficult Colosseums in the game right now, and Raid Cracker, and he beats all of them in under 3 minutes. He literally obliterates some of them in under 2 minutes, but it's very, very disgusting how good he is with making teams. And then Big Mom in his hands is an absolute bellissimo, so go check his channel out, Alex Kim. He is the new god of OPTC if you ask me when it comes to team building, when it comes to pulling units. Unfortunately, he doesn't do any commentary or anything, it's just flat out gameplay, but it's still worth watching if you want to see how good a unit is on release. Whether or not you should pull just on impulse, you should go and check that channel out for sure. We did use G4 Luffy's color affinity boost this time on top of Petro, and it's basically going to do 5 million per hit. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's 5 million per hit through damage reduction. She ignores it completely. She cannot be binded or paralyzed. It's an absolutely wonderful unit. She does bring a degree of auto farming to the game, which is something I do want because I'm lazy. I know it wouldn't work. I believe they did have it in the line version and it works absolutely terribly, but for easy pieces of content, auto farming, thank you Bandai, this is what I wanted. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the ridiculously good support, I have to say, on that Big Mom SUGOFEST video. You can probably tell by my pimple here, my pimple there, my pimple down here that I was very stressed out after making that video and recording it, editing it. It took me like 20 hours just for 18 minutes of footage. I wish I was better at editing so it could be a better video and I could get it done faster as well. But I'm very proud of that video. I think it's like the best video on my channel that I've uploaded. And a lot of you guys think the same, so thank you so much for the loving support. And yeah, after this, I will show you guys some extra pulls that I did, as well as myself buying gems, hashtag legit gems, hashtag it legit gems from the store on sale. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the other half of the video. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and bye-bye. God bless you all. That didn't make sense. God bless you all. There you have it. What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you part 3 of the Big Mom and Brook SUGOFEST. Now, in part 3, we have got Brook, Whitebeard and Marco, and Katakuri all in the featured Legends pools. However, the 2 rare recruits, the 2 Big Mom pirates that I actually pulled, were Cracker and Daifuku, and both of them are rated up on here. So that's not too great, honestly. I did not get Perospero or Smoothie, which is the ones I really wanted. But it is what it is. We're just going to do one multi-pull, and I will also showcase to you guys that I am buying gems from the store. A lot of people ask, who is my gem supplier? I don't have a gem supplier, I just buy directly in-game. So let's just do one multi, all gold, rated ups. I just want the legends that are rated up because all of the rare recruits I do have. 2 times legend rate up. I don't know what to say. Maybe you guys will never ever see this SUGOFEST. If there's no reds, then probably there's really no point in showcasing this multi-pull because there is no reds. There's nothing new here for me that I can possibly get unless we suddenly get a gold that's not rated up. Bobbins, already got him. Chobro, already got him. Although those two are actually very good for limit break. So this will probably, okay, never mind. This multi-pull has gone down here. I was going to say this multi-pull will probably go into my lost files. Now the lost files, for those of you who don't know, are pulls that I've never uploaded to YouTube, mostly because I can't be bothered to edit them or they just weren't great pulls or anything special. But that's actually new. Baron to Margot. What does he do? So to one enemy, times 75 times dex damage, that goes through defenses. If your captain is a fighter type, change fighters block orbs into matching. Okay, that's not bad. That's honestly not that bad. It's not amazing either, but it's not bad. Karina is very nice. I do want to rainbow her. Fantastic unit. Petro is alright. Zio is alright. Honestly, the rare recruits we did get this multi-pull were actually pretty good. I have most of them rainbowed, however. We do get Daifuku here, unfortunately. Oh! Okay! 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 Ah! The jabate! The goddamn jabate! Alright, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to do any more than that. I just want to save up my gems, honestly. So we are going to buy some gems now. Let me get the black box up. The black box is there to hide my Apple ID. Hopefully I do this right. Otherwise I'm going to have to edit this in the video. It is blocking my Apple ID if I'm not mistaken, which is very nice. We'll just use Touch ID there. And we're going to stock up on these gems down here. I believe it's 100 per 5,000 yen, or 105 gems for 5,000 yen, which is honestly not that bad. Let me take a quick look. How much is 5,000 yen in dollars? 5,000 yen in dollars is $45. Okay, that's actually more than I thought. But for $45, 105 gems, that's what, 3 multi-pulls? Not that bad. In pound, which is my currency, I mean, I thought it wasn't that bad in pound. Yeah, in pound it's £35. £35 for 3 multi-pulls. Honestly, it's not too bad. for someone who can make an investment out of this as well, for content as well, and it actually helps me make back what I spend, it's really not that bad. So from here on out, guys, I did say before, I don't want to buy gems for the normal price anymore. I just want to buy them whenever they're on these kind of sales. You got these discount packs. You can buy 3 of these each time. So that's an additional 300 gems that I get every time this sale does come around. Now, I'm guessing the next time this kind of sale is going to come around is probably around Christmas or New Year's. But having said that, I would still like to stock up a little bit extra and go past the 1,000 gem mark, just in case nothing happens in Christmas or New Year's and we do get a huge SUGOFEST for, you know, certain manga characters that I would definitely like to pull. But as of now, the legends, you know, you guys can see it on the side. Katakuri, V2 Shanks, Whitebeard, and Marco. Those are the top 3 legends that I want right now. I'm guessing they're not going to be like mega rated up or mega featured in any upcoming SUGOFEST anytime soon. Choose Your Own is most likely going to have Big Mom, G4V2, and probably maybe Whitebeard and Marco, or V2 Shanks, or maybe V2 Sanji as the top 3. So honestly, if there is a Choose Your Own incoming, then I can't really make too much of that. There definitely won't be a sale for Choose Your Own either. And let's just take it up to 1,100. We'll do 1,100 and then we'll be done here. So yeah, this is just footage, guys, just to make sure you guys know that I'm not using cheap gems. I get so many, well, not so many comments. I get comments here and there, pretty abusive ones sometimes as well, like very racist ones. I find that there's quite a few Spanish people who are very racist to me and like to chink me, but I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. But I guess I will leave this bit at the end of the Big Mom showcase I have for you guys. So I will see you in a moment. Actually, no. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, because this is at the end of the video. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the support on my videos, guys. I have to say, on the Big Mom video, the Big Mom SUGOFEST video, boy oh boy, did you guys go ham on the likes. So thank you so much for that. You can probably tell that I put a lot of time and effort into that. I don't know if you can see, but I have a pimple here, I have a pimple here, I have a pimple down here, all from the stress of working on this video. I am like a perfectionist, so I want everything to be as perfect as possible. Obviously that video wasn't perfect, but it was the best that I could do in that time frame. I give myself 2 days to get that video out before that part of the SUGOFEST expired. So that's that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the insane support. Like over 200 subscribers in 2 days. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye bye.